So happy Friday, everybody. It's Pamela Simons from PamelaSimons.com. And just as a reminder, it's also PamelaSimons.CA. So whichever way you hunt me down, you will be able to find me. So this is actually the first of a series. I'm going to be doing a Friday real estate news update. There's plenty of articles in the media, and I thought this would help showcase a few of them. So please stick with me in the series so that you will get an opportunity of not having to do all the research yourself, and I will certainly direct you to where I'm reading some of these articles, but they're right in the mainstream media. So again, if you need to reach me, you can connect with me at my website, PamelaSimons.ca or PamelaSimons.com. And I've got a live chat feature there, which is really great, easy for you to communicate with me. I have it on my phone, so wherever I'm traveling, you'll be able to connect with me. And if I'm not immediately available, you can certainly leave a message and I will get back to you as soon as possible. Also, feel free for immediate needs or questions to call or text. My phone number is 416-540-4641. And don't forget, I'm in the Etobicoke, South Etobicoke area by the lake. So if you're looking to make Etobicoke your home, think of me first. So a little bit about our weekly Real Estate News Network update. It's sponsored by PamelaSimons.ca. Every Friday, I will be producing a video that will highlight and update you on some of the latest market news. Look for all sorts of different articles. If you want to hear what's happening in the news, this will be a great place to summarize everything. So if you're looking for investment updates, come check this out. I'll be able to talk to you a little bit about what's happening in the market. If you're looking to sell and want to understand, is it a great time to sell? What's the market looking like? Well, this is also going to have an opportunity for you to have and see what you need. So the hot topics this week, there's really three that I'm going to focus in on. The first one is in March 2018, so just last month, the Toronto housing market was still considered hot. And part of the reason why it was considered so hot was that there was still things happening. So this article stems from the BNN, the Business News Network, and we're really talking about here the fact that although certain elements have slowed down, there's still a need for housing, and there is a slowdown year over year, but the prices are not slowing down. So this means for your buyers, they still want to get in and have a look and see what's happening. However, the quantity of sales has changed year over year. This is just from February. Now, keep in mind, February is not really considered part of the spring market. It's a little early for the spring market. February is considered still part of the winter market. And so having a slower quantity of sales is probably not unusual. However, growth that was happening over the last couple of years, and especially last year, is probably not sustainable. So in that sense, it makes sense that there was a little bit of a slowdown. Even though the market in Toronto is still hot, it is still the place where people want to live, and it is still the place where it is challenging to find great opportunities in terms of properties. All right, the next topic that has been out in the media has to do with the rental market. And the rental market in Toronto has definitely hit a challenge. There's very low inventory. I work for a brokerage that works a lot with investors who buy condos to rent them out or properties to rent them out. So I get a firsthand look at what's available on the market. And for rental properties, one of the challenges is that the new rental rules and rent control have made it so that it's extremely friendly for a tenant to stay longer, knowing that the rent increases are going to be capped. So there's very limited places where this doesn't apply, but private condo owners, it does apply to you. So it means that there's fewer turnover, much less turnover, and for the new tenants coming in, that means less options and less choices. So that's probably part of it. And it also means that condo renters, when there is a property that comes available, the price is going to be market rent. And remember, simple economics, demand will help increase price. So think of the curve. If there's a high demand, the prices will go up. If there's low demand, prices will go down. We've got high demand and low product. So two elements are pushing prices up, which are making condos more and more difficult for renters to get into. They can still get in, but you're looking at in the core of Toronto, anywhere sort of flexible along the subway line or downtown, you're looking at one bedrooms starting at around 2,000 and up, and that may probably not be with parking. So the last thing I know affects some of my pre-construction buyers, so I thought I wanted to make a mention of this, is how some of these builders are scrapping pre-sold condos, pre-construction condos, and why are they doing that? So what's happened was these condos, these properties, these units of housing were sold a couple of years ago. A couple of years ago, our market was completely different. There were, cost elements that could be budgeted and were certainly well within the control of the builders. However, in the last couple of years, everything's changed. A lot of things have become more expensive. Units of housing have increased in price. Also, approvals and construction costs in general have increased in price. And I'm not supporting it. I'm merely stating some of the reasons why these things happen. So it has created an environment that makes it more challenging for these builders to proceed forward. Do I like it? No. Does it scare some of my buyer clients? Absolutely. Does it scare me? Yes. So there is, in fact, a bit of a challenge when I'm working with pre-construction buyers to be able to identify, is there a good builder that this likely won't happen with? And there are a few that I do recommend. So you certainly do want to contact me if you are considering purchasing pre-construction, because I do have a few favorite builders and locations as well. And for the most part, the pre-construction prices, depending on where you're looking, if you're going downtown, you're looking at about $1,300 a square foot. A couple of years ago, in the core, you would have been getting, 6, 7, is pushing to 8, and we'd be going, oh my goodness, it's 8, it's 800 a square foot, it's so expensive. Now we're downtown at 1,300 a square foot, wishing we had bought at 8 or wishing we had bought at 7. So I don't want you to miss out again. There are still areas where you can get property for about 800 a square foot. There's still some great opportunities in the resale market. So depending on what you're looking for, that is probably where you're heading. Is it will get more expensive, not less expensive. All right, so just to give you the heads up, my next topic next week is going to talk about why did the real estate market change? And so it's, again, a conversation with me, making sure that I highlight some of the key elements. And just to give you a heads up on what I'm going to be talking about, there are really 4 elements, the changes. So the changes are interest rates, the mortgage approval rules, rent control, and low inventory. And some of those are cause and effect. However, the long and the short of it is they all have issues when it comes to what changed in the marketplace. So it'll be nice to explore those. Hey, it's PamelaSimons.com, PamelaSimons.CA. I will see you next week. Have a great week, everybody. Bye-bye.